Hey you guys, it's Rachel, Ready to Lose 77. This is my third time making this video. First time, my daughter came in the middle of it. Second time, I just realized I got way off track, so here I go again. Went through, got my journals, so I can get it together. This is from, I had my surgery May 9th, this started May 11th. The other one is a calendar. Everything is very, very detailed for that time period in my life. I wish I had done that through my whole journey thus far. I have not. The only thing I have kept up with... my bad, y'all. Anyways, these things are important. So, let me get into the ridiculous details of it all. My highest weight was 337 pounds. I was 311 pounds the first time I went and saw my doctor. 2 weeks, that was at my seminar. 2 weeks later, I had surgery on May the 9th at 300 pounds even. This very first journal entry, I was 294 pounds. And it was 2 days after surgery. The sad detail is that I finally added it up what week I'm actually on. Week 37. Let me see if I have a week to do on. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's 5/11. That would be more than 2 weeks away right there. On the 22nd, I was 292 pounds. So, anyways, I'm at 37 weeks. And I was 279 pounds this morning when I weighed in. That is actually an 7-point-something pound gain from my lowest. Gain from my lowest weight. I really haven't been doing horrible. I don't know what to tell you as far as my weight. I was 277.2 yesterday. So, and I know I haven't, like I said, I worked out only one day this week. I said no less than 3 days a week. I would like to do more, but no less than 3 days. I still have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I'll pick 2 of those days. It has been a very difficult, long week for me. I have gotten up at 5 o'clock in the morning, left for work, and I have not been home every evening for the last 3 evenings till after 6 o'clock, which means I have not eaten until after 6 o'clock every day. When I'm on the road, I don't eat because I don't eat in my vehicle, because the last time that I did, I got stuck and had to pull over and get it out in public, put it that way. So I don't eat. I choose to not eat in my vehicle. So when I do get home, I'm ravished and I don't make the best of best choices, and I don't eat my pre-planned meals. With my pre-planned meals, my plans are, I'm not a huge breakfast person. Y'all know that. I wake up early in the morning. Who's not eating anything that early in the morning is me. I will get stuck, definitely. So my plan is to have my coffee on the school bus. By the time I could get home from my school bus, I will have been up for about 4 hours. Take, if I don't want eggs, if I don't feel the desire for anything like that to eat, some yogurt and fruit, and then for dinner, for lunch, to have, right now I've got some pre-done salads that you get at, I got at Target, just different stuff like that. That way I am eating, throughout the day. To have fruit already, separated and ready to go. Clementines, you can just grab those and go, but grapes and strawberries and such. Dessert is the banana out of the Yonanas machine. Those are, if I feel like I need to have something like that. I know what to do. It's just a matter of putting that into action. And my mindset is where I want it to be, because used to, if I was on the road all day long, not like a long time ago, I'm talking about within this lapband journey, I would have grabbed slider foods. That means that would have been bags of chips, that would have been some kind of sweets, something that there's no way it's getting stuck going down. So that is, there's somebody on the front porch. The Mary Kay lady strapping up some stuff, so I don't like it. Isn't that crazy? But I think she's listening to me. Anyways, I need to get that part of it together. I slept about 3 hours last night when I got home. After me and Kayla had dinner and blah, 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 and dealing with, life with a teenage daughter, I had absolutely no desire to go work out. So, on my trip to go get my daughter, that's 25 minutes one way, I was thinking to myself, definitely for me, in between my bus routes is the best time for me to work out. If I do anything after that, it's just extra, it's a bonus in the evenings if I feel good. Because once I implement the working out and the healthy eating, I know I will have more energy. Been there, done that. Another thing I want to talk about real quick is the fact that I have watched some older videos of people that were successful in this lap band journey, and I say no names. I have lived this example that I'm fixing to give, and it's something that I don't want to find myself doing. Whenever I look back at my journals, my most successful weight loss times have been times where I have eaten next to nothing and been working out. That is the most weight I have lost. That is not the right way long term. That is why I'm probably having such a hard time now. Y'all all know that I lost 106 pounds in 6 months. I starved myself and I worked out no less than 5 days a week. No less. Absolutely did not, would not work out less than 5 days a week. I was not even a weight loss patient, and there's days where I may have taken 400 or 500 calories. I wouldn't even eat anything outside of Smart Ones. If I went to a restaurant, I would get the pintos and cheese from Taco Bell. I didn't go to restaurants and eat. I mean, it was that ridiculous that I would not eat anything if it didn't have a calorie label, because that's all I looked at was calories. That is not my lifestyle now. That's not what I want. What I want is to look at calories, fats, saturated fats, fibers, proteins. I want to get the overall picture of health, not just a thinner body. And that's super important to me, because I've seen that there are people that are so obsessed with the end part of this journey that they're not learning what's going to keep them successful at the end of this journey. And what's also not, I mean, you can be skinny and have a massive heart attack. You don't have to be overweight to have a massive heart attack. I mean, you can be, I'm a school bus driver. I know teachers. We all have the same health insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield. I know so many people that have had the gastric and the lap band, and they have so many physical health problems because of the choices that they've made on eating. I've made some of those choices through this journey because it become easier to eat foods that would just go right down. I mean, there would be days where I ate no protein-enriched food whatsoever and would eat pure bull crap, because guess what? I didn't feel like fighting. I didn't feel like sitting here and chewing, and that is just the honest to God truth of this journey. Getting used to getting stuck is something that I never thought. I thought about, but I never understood until I got it, until it's now in my life. And then my pouch, I'm scared to get another fill because I don't want to get any more stuck than I can get now, which it has eased up. But I need to get a fill, which has been 2 months for me, because I need the restriction. When people sit down or take pictures and post them on Facebook and whatever of what their picture of their plate before and their picture of their plate after, I'm like, what, did a child eat off that plate? Seriously? I can still eat, I promise. And I know there has to be restraint. And part of that restraint for me is to eat throughout the day. That way, at the end of the day, I'm not wanting to eat 3 pieces of pizza. That's not my example of what I've eaten in the past few days, but that is my examples in the past. If I don't eat all day long, that's what I'm going to consume. But if I eat healthy throughout the day, I'm not as famished in the evenings, and I don't eat a bunch of bull. But I still should not be able to sit down as a lap band patient and consume that amount of food. What is the point of getting a lap band? It's a tool for you, but if that tool is doing nothing other than, besides getting me stuck, then what is the tool doing? That's what I need to know. Because 3 pieces of pizza is what I would have eaten before I had the surgery. 3 pieces of stuffed crust Pizza Hut pizza. Let's get for real. I'm breaking it down with you right now. If I can still eat that, then what is this thing doing besides making it to where in the most important meal of the day, like breakfast, I can't hardly eat because I'm so tight, or when my nerves are shot, or when I'm fixing to start, you know. It doesn't give me extra restriction. Tightness, it doesn't give me extra restriction. That just gives me extra chokage. It's the best way I can describe it. I still think the band is a good tool. I've got to get somewhere with restriction. As y'all see, something else I need to mention real quick before I get off here talking a whole lot. Week 37. I'm in week 37. The first time I hit the 270s was in week 11. That's 26 weeks in the same weight group. 26 weeks, you guys. So you can see very much so that the band does not work for you if you do not learn how to eat and exercise. So that is pretty much where I'm at. I don't know what else to say about that whole situation. If I'd had gastric bypass, I would not have these same results. I would, this far into it, be a lot smaller. But I also know that in the long run I could put that weight back on. So still, in the end, I may have had to pay for surgery, I may have had to suffer the surgery, and I may be suffering the consequences of surgery as far as the stuck and stuff. But it has not changed the game. It's portions, it's moderation, it's healthy foods, and it's exercise. There is no magic trick. Bye, you guys.